What's up, brother family? And I am also today we're gonna be going through a first look through my dad's Hyundai Accent. So it's Accent or Accent, however you call it. I'm not gonna show off the number plate real quick. So, more than that, this is not the wheels what they give on Hyundai. You know, right? That is a different wheel. So some modification, not like some, just some minor modification had been done to this car. And look at that, this looks like a sports car, isn't it? So let's go through and unlock it and get in and do a cold start up. So you have the interior, this is a steering wheel, and so you guys have it. It is pretty cool, but it is, you might say it's pretty classic, but it's a 2005 car, so it is pretty classic. So key, yep, put in the key, put it in, yeah, and one more twist. One of them gets on, the warning signals, and go through cold startup. There we have the cold startup, and it does sound pretty cool. If you have time, we need some AC, so yep. And these seats are not the old seats. If I can, I would try my best to find how does the normal seats looks like. And we actually put in a cover, a leather cover on the seat, because it actually, like, you know, it has been on the sun for like more than like a billion years or something. So it actually started, like, the stitching had been going off, so we gotta actually do something to it. So that's why we actually put in this. And you might say this does not match the car, but we like it. We really like it. Black with the yellow accent, it's so cool. Why don't we make like a Spider-Man suit on this color accent? Good idea, isn't it? So there is a bonus thing. I'm actually 14 years old, right? I better start learn to drive now. Is that correct? So this is the car that I'm learning how to drive now. Yep, this is the car that I'm learning how to drive now. And this is a pretty cool thing. Look, we have until 8,000 RPM. Let me put on the lights real quick. 8,000 RPMs, and look at that. 200,000, 270,148 on the auto. Jeez, that is so much. Look at that. Why is it not focusing? Oh my gosh. This car can go until 200, but on the reality, it can go like... I asked this one question for like so long time. When a car has like this top speed, like, you know, this car has, it says 200 there, right? Every car has, it says like it can go until 200, 220, 240, like that, right? Why does like no cars can actually achieve that? Why? Because there is such a thing as top speed on a car. Why is that? Like, isn't this the top speed? It actually like goes until here or here, my dad said. So I have no idea. So this is one of the modification. This is not the real one. This is the different one. We actually get a Pioneer one, but this is I forgot the brand of this. It actually used to have a JVC, and you actually change it back. So pretty cool. AC is always classic, right? And the center console, like this place, is actually like pretty sick, pretty cool. And this is the claw. If you guys can see, it works sometimes. It does not work. You need to get cold. That is how it works. If it's so hot, it won't work. So that is a thing. So why don't we go to the back seat and actually say the space. For me, like now, I am a 14-year-old. You guys know how high would I be? Like, estimate, right? I'm actually a bit tall. Think that I'm like a 16-year-old, right? And this is my, I'm like still like this big. Pretty cool. And from here, you guys can see that wing right there. Look at that. Look at that. That wing. and that is so cool. That wing is the best one. So yeah, let's go to the back seat and actually say, let's see how spacious is it. So boom. So it's actually pretty messy at the behind, but I have like a good space here, and it is pretty like close because it's actually pretty close because the last person to drive this car was me. It's actually pretty much pretty back, and it does have some scratches. We need to like get rid of them as soon as we could. And here is some more of an often look at it. And the reason that this car is a 2005, it does not have a rear armrest. So that's a bad thing or a good thing, I have no idea, because for me it's like, at first it was not a thing. After we bought the other car, my dad bought the other car, the Nissan Almera 2022, it actually feels like pretty different because it actually have an armrest here. So every time I get into the back seat, I would just take it and I would like put my hand there. And like this car does not have it, sometimes I sit here, I'll be like, oh, I wish this thing really had a armrest at the back. So yeah, it is actually pretty close, I would say, but this is like a pretty lowered car, and like this is like a pretty sportier car, right? So the reason of that, we just not have like much room, but it's actually perfect. I think like a lot of pretty like so tall people cannot sit here, but like a basic tall people can actually like sit here, really. The back seat, and pretty cool. We have the brake like there, and we have the speakers right there, and the wait. So the brand of the seats here we have, like look at this, yellow linings, the rear too. It's actually so cool. It's like not more of an like a review or something, but it's more of an like, I would say it's more of an like a look through the car, right? It's like more of an like a full look, maybe. Look at that, from here to the front place, the steering wheel. Yeah, the difference between that car and this car is actually like so much. And the main thing, like if like people ask me what is the difference between this and that, the first thing comes to my brain, this is a key startup, that is a button, that's a push start. You need to start this with a key, you need to start that with a button. So that's a bit different. And more than that, we have so much different. The speed, this is a 1.5 Hyundai Accent RXS or XSX, I'm not sure, RXS I think. Yep, RXS, and it's a 2006 model. You know, they actually do like the future, the next year's car, and like this year, right? So this is a 2006. I call it 2005 because my dad bought it on 2005. It was just like after a few days this thing come out, my father went and looked this. And before this, he had another car. It was a Proton Satria, and I never managed to see that because my dad always talks about that car, and I really wish I could have had that car. So we're gonna off this car, and we're gonna be going through the exterior. Let's go. So let's go to the exterior. Oh, there, this is the RXS. This thing is like pretty much metal strong, I would say. Really metal strong. This is so strong. We go to the side. This car is like pretty big at first, and now comparing to the other one, the Nissan Almera, this is actually a smaller. This looks more of like a sportier version, right? Look at that wing, that side skirts, that rear diffuser, and even the front one. And also this car is not that kind of low, but it's pretty low to the ground. So how cool is that to have? And this car's color, let me zoom it in, if you guys can see it. I would actually put it on brightness and actually take a picture and put it somewhere here on here. This car's color's name is called Rich Gold. This might look like a pretty whitish kind of yellow kind of color, right? Now this is a gold color. This used to be like so gold, not like as gold as like the real gold cars, right? It's like pretty gold. It kind of sort of look like a light version of that. And yeah, there you guys have it, a full look through the Hyundai Accent RXS 2006. So yeah, that's going to wrap up this video for today. I hope you guys enjoy. If you did, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and we the Border Prince is out.